Hi there guys, welcome once again to Jonesy's vlog. So, a fantastic weekend, fantastic victory for Leeds United away at Doncaster. One of those places we seem to like going to. I don't think we've actually lost at the Keep Moat, but after winning 3-1 there earlier this season, I think a lot of people were quite confident in going there again. Although it wasn't really a most convincing performance as the scoreline might suggest. I wasn't there, but I did listen to it on the radio. And obviously seeing the highlights. So yeah, the first half very much seemed to be Leeds United. We seemed to dominate it a lot more and have more of the chances. We of course got the goal from Matt Smith, a very well taken header, and brilliant delivery from Alex Mowat. But we did seem to have a lot of missed chances, and I don't know about anyone else, but I was definitely thinking we're going to end up regretting not scoring one of these, because 1-0 leads, especially away from home, that they're not the best to hold on to, and we've seen it already this season. You know, we've ended up ruining a lot of missed chances. I think away to Reading, that Jason Pearce one is the one that really sticks in my mind. So just going in 1-0 at half time, I got to be honest, I wasn't really feeling too confident, and that kind of showed in the second half because it was all Doncaster. They seemed to have the better of the play. They had the more chances. They of course had that disallowed goal that was ruled for offside. Seen from the highlights and the replay, you couldn't really tell from that. And then of course both managers, Paul Dickoff saying that it was a yard onside. Then Brian McDermott and the commentators seemed to say that it was the right decision and it was definitely offside. So it's one of those that unless we see, you know, the actual different camera angles in the replays, and it's very hard to tell. So there was that. So it was one of those where, you know, it's going to be a last minute equaliser maybe for them. But, you know, fair play to us. We defended well. We kept scrapping away, and the two chances that we did get, we scored. You know, Ross McCormack's goal was a fantastic individual effort, and especially to score from sort of that tight angle after that little mazy run that he did. Really fantastic. I mean, he's on such good form at the moment. You can see the confidence just running through him. And then Rudy's goal just sort of typified the performance really, and again really well taken. You know, to hit that first time, a lot of players may have skied it over the bar. I'm sure a lot of the fans at the Keep Moat may have thought that might have happened, but you know, he kept it down, kept it low, and fantastic finish. So, you know, 3 points away from home, 3 goals scored, clean sheet. Done our goal difference a lot of good, and it's just another one of those games where we haven't played particularly well, but we've come out with the 3 points, which is something that, like I keep saying, we haven't been used to these past few seasons really. So you know, scrapping out these results is meaning a lot more to me than sort of dominating matches. Although it would be nice to really finish off matches a little bit more, just have a few more convincing wins, but I think with the squad that we've got, you know, to be where we are, I mean, now in the playoff places, I mean, I'm over the moon. I mean, you know, a month or so ago, if someone would have said we'd be in 6th place, and I think, what is it, six unbeaten games or something? You know, I'm really impressed with it, really happy with it. So, you know, that's all looking good. Off the field, there's obviously all this talk of the takeover. It seems to have intensified a little bit over the weekend and over this past week, with David Haig mentioning that Ellen Road's going to be rocking on Saturday. Whether he just means because it's the Yorkshire Derby against Barnsley, I mean, 90% chances that is what he means, but obviously everyone puts 2 and 2 together and ends up with 5,000. So a lot of people linking it with the takeover, and the fact that he's been over in Austria, he's been in Salzburg and things, linking that with Red Bull of course, so that's got everyone talking about Red Bull and if it would be good or not for them to take over. And that's one of the questions for you guys out there. If it was to be Red Bull that was taking over, would you be happy to see it, or would you prefer them to stay out? It's one of those where everyone thinks that they're gonna, well, judging from what they've done with other clubs, it is a complete takeover, so we should expect the name of the club to be changed, the stadium to change, the kit to change, and it's kind of one of those where you think it's sort of selling the soul of Leeds United a little bit, but we'll have to see. I can't really decide whether it's a good or a bad thing really. If it means us getting success, is it worth selling the soul? Probably not really. But like I say, we'll have to see. We don't even know that it is Red Bull that's involved, but everyone seems to be getting that answer really. So yeah, there's been a lot of talk about that. Then of course there was a little sentence on the official website talking about the Barnsley game, saying that there's going to be a couple more announcements this week. So been nothing as yet. So we'll have to see about that. And just this morning on well, various news sources, again it's been sort of muted for the past few weeks, but talk of Max Gradle coming back to the club. It appears that we are kind of trying to sort a deal out for him in January, after speaking to him last January when we didn't have the funds available. Obviously if this takeover goes through, then we will. I for one will be ecstatic to see him back at the club. A lot of people saying, you know, don't go back to old players and that, and usually I agree with that. But I think when it comes to Gradle, if he can be fit, because he seems to have had a few injury problems recently, if we can have a fit Max Gradle back in that side, he's just a winger and just the kind of guy that we need. Someone who will take on full back, someone who will get plenty of crosses into the box, and I think it will be a fantastic addition to the squad. But again, it's one of those where even though various media sources seem to be claiming it, until it's on the website and McDermott's there next to him holding his shirt up, I don't tend to sort of get too excited about it. But it would be brilliant, really. So yeah, there seems to be quite a lot going off the field at the moment. So it could be quite an interesting week. We'll see what these announcements are going to be. Might be nothing to do with the takeover at all. It might be something about new sponsors, which has been done in the past, hasn't it? And disappointed us all. So yeah, there seems to be a lot of excitement around the club at the moment, and it's brilliant to see, especially around Christmas time. It's not usually been a happiest time for the club. We always seem to struggle a bit. So hopefully we can carry that on against Barnsley on Saturday. Once again, coming up against a club that have got a new manager. Well, getting a new manager. Apparently it said that Danny Wilson's going to be going back to Barnsley, which is an interesting move. And unfortunately for us, I think it might be one of those that'll, I think the fans will probably be happy with that, I would imagine. So it might get them up and it might get the players up, so it's probably a bad time to come up against them. But you know, we have to have a look, and you know, they are at the bottom of the table. They haven't been doing great this season, so it's a game that we really should be winning. But in a Yorkshire derby, especially against Barnsley, who can tell, who can say? But all I know is it'll be a fantastic atmosphere. It looks like the tickets are selling quite well with it, and what with all the excitement off the field, a lot of fans might want to get tickets late on. So you know, if it was a 30,000 crowd, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as long as we get the 3 points, that's all that matters. And you know, start cementing that playoff spot a bit more, it'd be absolutely fantastic. So I think that's all I've really got to say, guys. It was a bit more of an update this time round. Quite a lot to talk about. Incidentally, I hope you quite like my Christmas jumper. I hope everyone else is in a Christmas spirit and got their Christmas jumpers out. I should be having a Christmas video maybe on Christmas Day, I'm not sure. But I'm planning on doing something in and around that time, and also doing a sort of yearly roundup of sort of things personally in my life, but also Leeds United wise, and just things about that. So get your thoughts coming in. Like I say, on the Red Bull thing, if you would be happy for them to take over the club or not. Obviously your general thoughts about the game against Doncaster, thoughts about Max Gradle possibly coming back, and just thoughts about the team in general. How you think this year's been for you personally, for Leeds United. And just, yeah, get in touch either in the comments below as always, or on my Twitter at ChrisJonesLUFC. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon.